There is something going on in the world of work today. Some kind of a evolution that's forcing organizations to think differently about what it means to be an employee or a manager, and even what it means to actually work. There are 5 trends that are causing this evolution to happen. 5 trends that are forcing organizations to challenge everything they know about work. These 5 trends are globalization, mobility, millennials and changing demographics, new behaviors, and technology. Globalization is causing the world to become like one giant city. The language that you speak, the culture that you subscribe to, the currency that you transact in, and where you are physically located are all starting to matter much less. This means that organizations can tap into talent anywhere in the world. Mobility is allowing us to stay connected to people and information anytime, anywhere, and on any device. This means that work is no longer a place you go to, it's something that you carry with you in your pocket wherever you are. Millennials are expected to comprise 50% of the workforce by 2020 and 75% of the workforce by 2025. Millennials are digital natives that expect and want to work in ways that reflect the year we live in. Most people live in 2015, but work at companies that operate like they are in 1975. Although millennials are driving enormous organizational change, it's important to remember that the future employee is anyone that is changing their behavior and mindset to adapt to the changing workforce. This means it doesn't matter if that person is 22 or 62. New behaviors are rapidly entering our organizations. For example, we are all comfortable living a more public life. We share our thoughts in blogs, post reviews on Yelp, have our entire professional history on LinkedIn, share pictures on Instagram, rant on Twitter, and engage in open conversations on Facebook. In fact, virtually every aspect of business behavior has changed, including the way we share, communicate, collaborate, teach, learn, find information, access technology, and create content. This is forcing organizations to fundamentally rethink and reimagine the way we work. Technologies such as big data, wearable devices, collaboration platforms, the Internet of Things, and cloud computing are enabling us to work in new ways while keeping us more engaged and productive. In the future of work, technology is the central nervous system of the organization that enables everything else to function. Together, these 5 trends, combined with an unprecedented war for talent, is forcing organizations to shift their mentality from creating a place where they assume employees need to work there to creating an environment where employees want to work there. When we think about the future of work, the organizations that can most effectively make this shift from need to want are the ones who will be able to attract and retain top talent. This means that if your organization doesn't think about and plan for the future of work, then your organization will have no future.
The way we work, how, where, and with who we do it is changing faster than ever before. This is especially true in the wake of COVID-19. Nearly half of employees will work remotely after the pandemic, compared to 30% before. Simply put, this is a transformative moment in the future of work. How fast and how strategically companies adapt to it will determine whether or not they thrive. But what can they do? First, consider how flexibility fuels employee performance. The pandemic broke the 9-to-5 on-site work paradigm. When employees are given radical flexibility over where, when, and how much they work, more than half report high performance versus 36% of the 9-to-5ers. Executives must also consider demographics. For the first time, 5 generations are working together. The arrival of Gen Zers will accelerate demands like flexible work schedules and location. Finally, keep automation in mind. By 2024, nearly 70% of what a manager does will be automated. And while many simple jobs will be eliminated by automation, other jobs that require creativity, empathy, and judgment will be in even greater demand. The way you work can be the weakest link in your digital transformation strategy, or it can drive a sustained and long-lasting competitive advantage. Don't let the future of work dictate your plans. Define your path forward with Gartner.
Imagine the future of work. What do you see? Do you see factories full of robots and offices teeming with AI? Do you predict that changing demographics will rewrite the rules of who works and how long? Do you anticipate the rise of a global gig economy where most people are working for themselves? All of these scenarios are emerging, but looking at them in isolation misses the point. We need to zoom out and see the big picture. Evolving technology, demographics, and power dynamics are all connected, and those connections make all the difference in the future of work. If intelligent machines can do many tasks now performed by people, what uniquely human skills will be valued? If the half-life of skills necessary for employment continues to dwindle, how can individuals, employers, and society as a whole ensure the learning modules in the education system keep up? As the global workforce gets older, younger, and more diverse, how will leaders and organizational culture have to adapt? If alternative work arrangements like short-term gigs and self-employment become more ubiquitous and mainstream, could that have profound effects on not just how we work, but where we work, how we communicate, and even how cities are designed? If augmented reality gives workers access to vast amounts of data and assistance, will workers need to become more tech-fluent for the technology to deliver on its promise? The future of work is coming. In some cases, it's already here. It's time to get to work.
My commute to work was an hour and a half out of my day I would spend in my car.
I used to have to fly literally 1 million miles a year. You add that up, that's a lot of wasted time.
My commute to work was actually quite laborious. I was living in London. I would have to walk to catch the tube, and then I'd be squished on the tube like every single other person stuck in the rat race. And then I had to repeat it all on the way home, always in rush hour.
It's exciting. Every day is a new adventure. 10 years ago, I never thought I'd be able to do this, but we can be in the middle of the Arctic Circle in Greenland and doing our job.
I would consider myself a digital nomad. Somebody who has the freedom to work anywhere in the world, where we want, when we want, based on digital tools.
People need access to a computer and the internet to have an office, not so much to real estate.
It's no longer about 9 to 5, it's about results. The more freedom my team had, the more work they got done.
I do believe that you can build your work and your business around your lifestyle. I basically live out of my suitcase, travel the world, and run my online business with the help of a virtual team around the world.
I've been traveling the world for over 10 years straight, and everything I own comes with me.
The Eco-Roamer is a huge honking truck that we live in the back of, and it's also the global headquarters of my company, Infinite Monkeys.
I left my traditional job when I had my son. Instead of going back, I wrote my goals and decided what my work-life balance would look like and what was best for me and my family, and that's how I came up with being a digital nomad and being able to work for myself.
It gives me the opportunity to work when I like to work, and I can go surfing when I like to surf.
And it shouldn't be that only the most innovative companies embrace these models.
I think that 10 years from now, it absolutely will be the norm. There are so many reasons why this is a great way to work.
Freedom in my world means buying experiences, not stuff. And that makes you feel rich in ways that money can never, ever buy.